Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Lisa L. Campbell. I am back with another weekly book review. And as promised, we are continuing our journey into books that really speak to entrepreneurs, leaders, and really anyone who wants to go to the next level. Today's book, and today is November 4th, 2025. This book is titled 10x is Better Than 2x: How World Class Entrepreneurs Achieve More by Doing Less, and Dan Sullivan with Dr. Benjamin Hardy. So, the first thing I want to tell you about this book is that it literally challenges everything we've been taught about hard work, productivity, and success. What if I told you that achieving 10 times more results isn't about working 10 times harder? It's actually the reverse. It's about simplifying your life, focusing your energy, and aligning everything you do with your highest purpose. That's the lesson that's inside of this book. And I can tell you it's one that I needed to revisit. This book teaches us that growth isn't linear, it's exponential. Two times growth means staying within your comfort zone. It's about doing what you already know, just a little better, a little faster. But this 10x growth, that requires transformation. It literally is going to stop you in your tracks and force you to stop asking yourself. I used to ask myself the same thing: how can I do more? Instead, asking yourself, what do I need to let go of that's no longer serving me? And that question right there is where my first growth moment came in. So let's dig in. Number one, subtraction creates space for expansion. I've always been a doer, multiple projects, serving multiple audiences, wearing multiple hats. But when I read this book, it literally hit me. Real growth doesn't come from adding more, it comes from releasing what no longer aligns with your purpose. Dan Sullivan and Dr. Hardy call this the principle of subtraction as a strategy. I call it clarity through courage. Clarity through courage. Why? Letting go takes courage. When I started pruning, shedding what no longer fit my 10x vision, my capacity for creativity and focus grew immediately. Growth moment number two: focus on your unique ability. That second lesson changed everything for me because I was learning to focus on my unique ability. Dr. Gay Hendricks calls it the zone of genius, the work that only I can do and gives me the greatest energy. As leaders, we often try to do it all, but 10x is easier than 2x reminded me that delegation, it isn't a weakness, it's wisdom. Every time I let go of something that wasn't my unique ability, I created space for excellence. And that's how you scale impact, not by doing more. Ooh, watch this. But by doing what matters most. Growth moment number three: Courage over comfort. Courage over comfort. 10x goals are uncomfortable, and they should be. These authors remind us that 2x goals live in the comfort zone. 10x goals live in courage, and courage doesn't always feel good. It often feels uncertain. But when you pursue a bigger vision that's bigger than your fear, you begin to operate on another level. That really, whoo, it resonated with me deeply because every major breakthrough in my career came after some moments of discomfort. And I had to ask myself, am I making decisions from courage or from convenience? Number four, your environment shapes elevation. This moment came to me when I realized that my environment was impacting my growth. The people, the systems, the structures, they're either going to pull you towards your 10x or they're going to hold you in the comfort zone, in the 2x. This book challenges leaders to surround themselves with who, not how. Remember that? Who, not how. These are people who expand your vision, not drain your energy. Once intentionally started curating my environment from my team to my daily routines, I saw an immediate alignment with my long term goals. Now, let me just tell you, because I think some of you may be thinking, oh, well, was this a couple of weeks, a couple of months? Some things were instant and others took time to cultivate. Okay. Number five, redefining success. We talked about this before. 10x isn't about scaling results, it's about scaling meaning. Dr. Sullivan, or Dan Sullivan, and Dr. Hardy, they ask us to push yourself and ask this question: who am I becoming in this process? Because if your goals don't change you, they're too small. Ooh, let me say that again. If your goals don't change you, they're too small. This shifted everything for me. I stopped chasing milestones and started measuring transformation: how I lead, how I show up, how I serve others. That's what true success looks like. 10X isn't just another book about productivity, it's a blueprint for intentional living. It teaches us, and I said this word earlier, I'm going to say it again: exponential growth doesn't come from more effort. Exponential growth does not come from more effort. It comes from clarity and courage and alignment. So here's my challenge to you: take one area of your life or your work and ask yourself, what's the 2x version of this? And what would 10x look like? Then have the courage mm, to let go of everything that doesn't fit into that future vision. Okay, let me tell you this: letting go is the scariest part. Once you get over on the other side of letting go, you'll be like, what took me so long? If you're ready to step into that kind of growth, this book belongs on your shelf, but not just your shelf, but it belongs in your heart. This has been Dr. Lisa L. Campbell with another weekly book review. Don't forget, scan the QR code to download a copy of my book list. Additionally, Don't forget to check out 52 Authors, 52 Weeks, which airs every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Central Time. I'll see you next week.